At Tyler Pishong State Farm, we are MTown proud.
For us, MTown proud is about having absolute pride in the place that we live and work. The people in this community represent everything that I believe in and everything I want to instill in my children.
Hardworking.
Diverse. Genuine.
Kind.
And passionate.
A blue-collar town that has shown countless times we can depend on each other.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
MTown proud.
Can't even explain how hungry this guy is before he gets a pin. 13 seconds for Xayvion Anderson.
Well, first off, congrats on a tremendous season. Has it kind of sunk in yet?
Oh yeah, definitely sunk in.
Yeah. You told me that you started wrestling maybe about third grade or so,
Yeah.
and your dad Derek, see him all the time at everything. I mean, cooking out at the baseball fields, raising money for the wrestling program, at all of your meets. What's his support been like over these years?
Yeah, his support is everything. He doesn't miss anything. I can count on one hand what he's missed, and it might be because he was in the hospital for one of them, but yeah, he just doesn't miss anything. He's always trying to help me out to get better at wrestling and also just help the team out. That's why he's always at the fundraisers, grilling, just doing anything possible to make this team better and especially me better too.
You slid in the hospital aspect right there. I guess that's a good place to start because for a lot of people around the Marshalltown community, week one, Mason City, a little bit of a freak injury, you break your ankle, some doubt whether your wrestling season was going to happen. Was that going through your mind at all?
No, definitely. Right when that happened, that night after the game, when I was in the hospital and they told me that it was broke, that's what really scared me. I didn't know how my mobility in my ankle was going to be, if I was ever going to be able to wrestle like how I normally do, but yeah, it was definitely scary.
So then week 8, you're lobbying Coach Goodvin to play.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
That's what we love about you is you're a Bobcat through and through. You were at all the practices. You suited up. You took the knee. You got the victory there at the last home game of the year. What was that feeling like to know that you were able to really enjoy that moment with your guys?
Oh, it was awesome. It was amazing. Very emotional moment for me, especially. I just wish I could have played the whole season with them. In that whole game, I was telling Goodvin that whole game, I'm like, just put me in the game. Like I don't care what my dad says or anything. Let me run the ball one more time. But yeah, it was a really great experience.
It can be such a, I'm sure a little bit of a lonely process though.
Yeah.
I mean, getting injured. What was that like to speed you through that process and get ready for the wrestling season?
Yeah, so when I had my boot on, I was just doing anything possible that I could just to keep making my body better. So I was lifting all upper body, just doing every lift I can that wouldn't involve me wasn't putting too much pressure on my ankle. And then right when I got that boot off, it was go time. The morning I got it off, I was down here in that wrestling room that day. Just getting back in my stance, seeing how well I can move and what I can do, and then I was still going up to Grandview, and I wasn't practicing, but I'd be on the bike and I'd just be doing a bunch of conditioning and just physical therapy.
Do you feel like the injury, I mean, you're already a motivated guy, but do you feel like that injury maybe motivated you to the next level this year?
Oh, 100%, because I was scared I wasn't going to be me, so I was just motivated to give even more to the sport, just stay extra hours, work harder, lift harder, just to make sure that I'm where I want to be.
Where you want to be is at the top of your game, and going into this year, you made state your freshman and junior season. Going into that, did you feel the pressure, or was it something that you felt like you embraced coming into this year?
I mean, I woke up every day. Since I got that boot off and I started stepping on the mat, I just told myself I'm just going to be a state champ. I don't care what anyone believes. The whole world could be telling me I'm not going to be. I'm going to believe that I'm going to be a state champ, and I'm just going to get it done and show everyone.
Well, we saw you walking around, and We knew you had a little bit of that different swagger about you this year. So, meanwhile, in this whole process, as you know, you continue to go along and you rack up the victories. You've got the injury to battle through, and all these things. I mentioned, did it sink in? But did it sink in how much harder this year was, maybe, than it had to be?
Yeah, I just started realizing that like this was the most like things that I had to go through this year, and I went the farthest with it because I just believed in myself.
Yeah, the power of determination, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, it seems like there's a lot of people who believe in you, including Coach Cross. I mean, you mentioned Xayvion Anderson, and he gets excited, as well as a lot of other people around the community. What's that mean to you to bring that energy and maybe have that wear off on some of the younger guys who are looking up to you? Yeah,
no, I mean, I always stay in here. There's younger guys that always come up to me and ask questions, and I'm always just trying to be a good role model to them. Just like today, Coach Cross texted me earlier and just told me, can you wrestle with Colby today? He's got a few things he wants to work on. I'm like, 100%. I'm going to stick here after this interview and wrestle with him just to help him get better.
When you lay it all out there, conference champ, district champ, 48-4 record this year, 141 career wins, which is really hard for a lot of guys to eclipse 100. You know, what comes to mind, maybe in your younger self, now that you look back when you started wrestling to now? What's it mean to have all those accomplishments under your belt? I
mean, it means everything. Ever since I started wrestling, I made it AAU state twice, and I placed 8th twice. And I've always just had my eye on like the bigger picture. I never was a district champ in AAU, so I've always wanted to be a district champ. Always wanted to make it to the state finals and just have all the cool stuff that all those guys got. So yeah, it means a lot to be a champion.
Yeah. So you do that all on the regular season. You get to the state tournament, and looking at the state tournament, you got off to a great start. But I have to wonder, was that semifinal match almost like not your championship match, but just the way you battled? You go 3 overtimes, against Ethan Bibler of Waverly Shell Rock. You win it 3-2. I mean, the way I saw you react after that one, that had to be a special feeling. So how was that match in comparison to the kind of the lead up to there?
Yeah, no, that match was everything. It was the best match I've ever had in my life, really. I mean, I just kept battling. I just kept believing in myself. And when we got to the first overtime, we were both tired, but I just kept telling myself, I'm going to win this match. I'm going to win this match, and just kept doing it.
So then Saturday rolls around. What's that morning like leading up?
I mean, it was a great morning. I had my phone just filled with people just keep texting me and mentioning me and all these posts, and it was a great morning. Got to talk to a lot of wrestlers. Got to watch Nick Wise that morning. And then once that first round, was done after Nick had his placement match, that's when like the nerves started kicking in. Mm-hmm. That's when I just started getting ready.
Yeah. You took on, of Carlisle, Jackson Miller, a 5-4 loss. But man, we had just gotten done calling the Bobcat girls basketball game against Ankeny Centennial, and boom, you were on the mat. And it was just perfect timing. And to see you battle in that, you worked so hard to get that thing tied back. I could just see it. What was it like in that third period? Because it seemed like you had just given everything to get back into that match.
Yeah, I gave my all and left it all on that mat. It was 4-1 in the third, and I just kept firing off my shots, and I finally got a shot.
Yeah.
And then I was keeping my foot in bounds, just trying to waste as much time, and then I'm like, I don't know if I can ride him out this long. So I let him up, and I just tried to get another takedown to seal the deal, but just came up a little bit short.
Yeah. What's the reaction been like since, from the community, from your family?
Oh, the reaction from the community was everything. The whole community just coming behind me and supporting me. The whole state tournament was everything. I mean, I've had so many people who I've never talked to in my life just text me and just wish me congrats and like good luck and stuff, and it just means everything.
Especially being a Bobcat, I'm sure it means a lot because you read, you bleed the red and blue. I'll never forget, we were out calling a baseball game, and you were giving it to the left fielder, I think from Waterloo West or Waterloo East. But you know, it didn't matter what sport it was.
Yeah, no.
You really soaked it in. I always saw you out at different sporting events. As a whole, being a Bobcat, what is it for you?
I mean, yeah, it's amazing being a Bobcat. I mean, I love this school.
Yeah.
It's the greatest school ever. All the sports, I'm always there, just cheering on my teams, all my friends, because, yeah, I just love the school.
Yeah. What do you hope to kind of leave behind as a legacy for this wrestling program?
Just to show the kids that, like, you know, you don't have to be the top dude in the state going in. You know, it's all right to be the underdog. It's all right to go into the state tournament like the 5th seed or below and go far. You just got to believe in yourself and leave it all on the mat.
And now you're leaving something behind, your name on that wall behind us.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool thing.
Yeah. But the story's not over yet,
Oh, no.
Xayvion, right?
No, I got national titles I'm chasing now.
You're going to go and wrestle at Grandview, and Coach was telling me that they really wanted you.
Oh, yeah.
They took you out for supper, they wined and dined, and made sure they got you. Do you feel like maybe you're a little bit of that sleeping giant from Marshalltown? Can make some noise?
Yeah. Yeah, we had one of those that went to Grandview. You know, Gustavo Martinez, he got 2nd place his senior year, went to Grandview and won the national title. So that's what I'm aiming to do.
We'll be rooting for you.
Appreciate it.